Shiva Mahapuranam, Rudra Samhita, Sati Khanda, Chapter 30. Sati ends her life in fire altar. Narada said, O Brahma, when Sati, the beloved of Lord Shiva, became silent, what happened thereafter? You please speak out the same. Brahma said, Sati then remembered her husband respectfully and then kept silent. Then, becoming calm, she sat in the northern direction on the ground. Sipping the water appropriately, she clad herself in the auspicious clothes, closing her eyes. She entered the yogic trance. She kept her face steady, balancing the prana and apana winds. Then she raised up the wind udana from the umbilical region and established it in the cardiac region. Then taking it throughout the then taking it through the throat, finally she fixed it in the center of the eyebrows. Then she desired the cast off then she desired to cast off her body because of her anger with Daksha. By yogic practices she desired to burn off her body and retain the pure wind. In this position she devoted her mind towards her Lord and nothing else. Her body, which was free from all the sins, fell in the yogic fire and was reduced to ashes. O excellent sage, she did so as per her own wish. On observing this terrific disturbance was created on the earth as well as the sky, which frightened even the gods. It is a pity that having been antagonized by a wicked person, the beloved of Shiva cast off her life. The foolishness of Daksha is quite surprising, who happens to be the son of Brahma, having the mobile and immobile living beings as his subjects. Alas, Sati, the noble beloved of the bull bannered Shiva, became dispirited and disgusted. She should have been appropriately honored. The wicked Daksha Prajapati has an evil mind and is inimical to Brahman. His defame will surely spread in the entire universe. Daksha is the one who humiliated the girl born of his own body simply for the sake of his enmity with Shiva. He, after his death, would fall in the terrific hell. When the people indulged in such a type to talk and observing the surprising end of Sati's life, suddenly all the attendants of Shiva rose up holding their weapons. All attendants of Shiva, filled with anger, situated on the gate, were great mighty, and through the favor of Shiva they became furious. The attendants of Shiva shouted loudly, Ha, Fi, No, No, repeatedly. The sound of the cries of Shiva's attendants was spread everywhere. The gods and the sages who collected there were terror stricken, who said repeatedly, Disgrace to us! The tumultuous cries of those people echoed in all the four directions, and all the gods and the sages gathered there were frightened. The enraged attendants of Shiva, after confabulations among themselves, took up their arms and, creating the scene of the time of dissolution, raised tumultuous sound which was spread in all the directions. O Narada, some of the Ganas, having been overpowered with grief, cut off their own limbs with sharp weapons. In this way, 20,000 Ganas of Shiva died with Sati, which was a surprising event. Such of the Ganas of Shiva who escaped death, they got up to kill Daksha with their weapons. O excellent sage, thus learning about attack by the Ganas of Shiva, some of the sages, with the use of the mantras meant for the destruction of the obstacles in the yajna, performed homa in the sacrificial fire. Soon after the pouring of the offerings, In the fire altar by Bhrigu, thousands Ribhu warriors rose up from the fire of Yajna. O excellent sage, those warriors holding the fire as the weapon fought a terrific war with the gunners of Shiva. The powerful Ribhus had the Brahmateja with them, and with the application of the same, the Pramathas or Shiva's gunners were destroyed in large number. In this way, with the enormous force, some of the attendants of Shiva were killed and routed quickly, while others fled away from the scene. This was a great surprise. Observing this, Indra and other gods, Marutaganas, Rishis, Vishwadevas, Vishwadevas, Ashwini Kumaras, and the Lokapalas kept silent at that time. Some of the people surrounded Lord Vishnu and started eulogizing him. Feeling disturbed, they thought that no obstruction in any form should be caused. The gods of noble wisdom, like Vishnu and others, then started thinking, what shall happen further? All of them became upset because they were unable to remove the misfortune. O excellent sage, in this way a disturbance was created in the yajna of the wicked Daksha, the son of Brahma, who was inimical to Shiva. इति श्री शिव महापुराणे द्वितीयायां रुद्र संहितायां द्वितीये सती खंडे सती उपाख्याने सती देहत्यागोपद्रव वर्णनं नाम त्रिंशोऽध्यायः. Chapter 31. The Divine Voice. Brahma said, O excellent sage, at the same time a divine voice was heard in presence of Daksha and the gods. The divine voice declared, O wicked, evil-minded and immensely foolish Daksha, why have you committed the unfortunate misdeed? O fool, you did not listen even to the blissful, the Dhichi, the supreme follower of Shiva. The Brahmanas left your yajna, pronouncing the unbearable curse. Still, your foolish heart was unable to understand the factual position. Then you showed no respect to your own daughter, who arrived at your place of your own accord. O ignorant one, you did not adore Shiva and Sati. O fool, you have uselessly become arrogant, thinking yourself to be the son of Brahma. Sati should always be adored because she bestows reward for all the merits. She is the mother of the three worlds. She bestows welfare on all and is lodged to the left of Shiva. Sati, the bestower of the fortunes, should always be worshipped. She is Maheshwari and brings fortunes on all her devotees. With her daily adoration, she removes the fear of the universe. She fulfills all the desires and removes all the disturbances. With her adoration, daily she bestows fame and riches. She is the greatest. She is the great goddess. She is the great goddess, Parameshwari, who bestows pleasure as well as salvation. Sati is the mother of universe and protects the same. She is the eternal force. She destroys the universe at the end of the kalpa. The same Sati is the mother of the world. Mother of Vishnu has the diverse shining features. Besides being the mother of Brahma, Indra, the moon, the sun, and the gods. Sati alone is the bestower of the fruits of penance, dharma, charity, etc. She is Shiva's Shakti. Mahadevi, destroyer of the wicked people, besides being the supreme deity. Thus you have failed to offer the due share of Shiva, who happens to be the husband of Sati. You are a fool and an evil-minded one. Shiva is the supreme lord, is the master of all, the greatest of the great, worthy of being served by Vishnu. He bestows welfare to all. The Siddhas perform penance in order to have an audience with him. The yogis perform meditation and yogic exercises in order to have a look at him. With the mere audience with Shiva, one achieves enormous fruits, endless wealth, and cereals besides the reward for performing of yajna. Shiva happens to be the creator of the universe and is the possessor of all the Vidyas, lores. He is the upholder of the primordial knowledge and is the most auspicious of all the auspicious beings. O wicked person, you have disregarded his Shakti today. Therefore, your yajna is going to be destroyed. By ignoring the adoration of the adorable people, one invites misfortune for himself. Was the most adorable Shiva not worthy of adoration? The dust of whose feet is applied by the serpent Shesha over his 1,000 heads. Shiva happens to be the Shakti of the same Lord. It is due to the meditation at the feet of Shiva that Vishnu has achieved his exalted position. Sati had been the dear wife of the same Shiva. By meditating at whose lotus like feet Brahma attained his present form, Sati was the beloved wife of the same Shiva. By adoring whose lotus like feet Indra and other Lokapalas achieved their respective positions, the same Shiva is the creator of the universe and Sati is the mother of the universe. O foolish one, you could not welcome her. Then how could you gain welfare? Because you failed to adore Shiva and Sati, enormous misfortunes have befallen on you. Your pride that would not achieve welfare without adoring Shiva has been shattered today. By becoming inimical to Shiva, the Lord of all, which one of the gods would come to your rescue? I don't find anyone in the world. In case the gods would come to your rescue, they would meet with destruction in the same way as the firefly is destroyed by fire flame. Let your let your face be burned today. Let your yajna be destroyed. Whosoever comes to your rescue today, he would surely be burned alive. All the gods are placed under an oath that they should cause misfortune for you because of your being wicked. All the gods should leave for their respective abodes, keeping themselves away from the yajna. Otherwise, all of them are sure to meet with destruction. The sages, nagas, and others should leave the yajna mandapa, otherwise, they would also face destruction. O Lord Vishnu, you also leave the place of yajna, otherwise, you will also face destruction. O Brahma, you also leave the place of yajna at once, otherwise, you will also perish today. Brahma said, thus addressing all the people present in the yajna, the divine voice, which meant welfare for all, stopped. O dear one, listening to the divine voice, Vishnu and other gods besides the sages disappeared. Iti Sri Shiva Mahapurane Dvitiyayang Rudra Samhitayang Dvitiye Sati Khande Nabhovani Varnanang Namoikontotrinkshadhyayah. Chapter 32. Birth of Virabhadra. Birth of Virabhadra and Shiva's advice to him. Narada said, what did the foolish Daksha Prajapati do with other people present there after learning of the words of the divine voice? After the defeat of the Shiva's Ganas with the strength of the mantras of the sage Bhrigu, all kept mum and no one spoke a word to anyone else. All of them stood perplexed and stunned. Some of the Ganas of Shiva escaped the force of mantras of the sage Bhrigu and took refuge with Shiva. They apprised Shiva of the factual position about the yajna of Daksha with respect. The Ganas said, O Mahadeva, you are superior to the gods, therefore you kindly protect us, since we have taken refuge with you. O Lord, you kindly listen to the episode of Sati in detail. O Shiva, the arrogant and wicked Daksha and the gods insulted Sati. They did not display your share of the yajna, though they did so for the other gods. The same wicked Daksha abused you. Finding your share absent in the yajna, Sati felt enraged and she burnt herself, jumping in the fire altar. feeling shameful. Then thousands of gunners ended their lives there itself, while many others severed their limbs there itself. When we got ready to destroy the yajna, then Bhrigu, your enemy, drove us out from that place. O Lord of the universe, O Master, now we have arrived here to take refuge with you. Therefore, you free us from the fear. We are grieved and stricken with terror. O Lord of Lords, the wicked Daksha and others showered enormous insults on you in that sacrifice. O bestower of boons, in this way we conveyed the entire news about Sati and ourselves to you. Now you can move against those fools as you deem fit. Brahma said. Thus Lord Shiva listened to the words of his gunners, and he remembered Narada in order to know the factual position from him. Then the divine sage arrived there at once, and offering his salutation to Shiva, he stood there with his hands folded. Then, praising you, Shiva asked you about the news of Sati, who had gone to the yajna of Daksha. O son, when thus asked by Shiva, then you, being the devotee of Shiva, at once revealed the true happenings in the yajna of Daksha. O sage, listening to your words, the immensely valorous Shiva was enraged. Then Rudra, the destroyer of the universe, plucked a lock of hair from his head and threw it over the mountain. O master, with the throwing of the locks of hair, it was turned into two pieces, and the deafening sound resembling the sound of the time of dissolution was heard. O divine sage, from the forepart of the matted lock of hair, the immensely terrific and great warrior, who was the leader of his force, known as Virabhadra, was born. He looked like the flames of the fire of the time of dissolution, having 2,000 hands. He enveloped the world all around and towered over it 10 inches more. At that time, with the enraged breathing of Shiva, 100 types of fevers and 13 types of mental humors came out. From the other parts of the matted lock of hair, Mahakali was born. O dear one, she was terrible to look at and was surrounded by crores of goblins. All the fevers were frightening to look at, cruel, and appeared like burning all round. Thereafter, Virabhadra offered his salutation to Shiva with folded hands and said, Virabhadra said, O Maharudra, O Rudra of terrific appearance, having the sun, moon, and the fire as your eyes, O Lord, get me your command. What have I to do? O Lord, you tell me, should I dry up the ocean in the fraction of a moment or reduce the mountain to powder? O Shiva, tell me, should I reduce the entire globe into ashes in a moment? I can reduce to ashes all gods and sages. O Shiva, should I stop the breathing of the universe, or should I kill all the living beings of the world? O Maheshwara, with your grace, nothing is impossible for me. A person more valorous than me has neither appeared on earth in the past nor shall be appear in future. O Lord, whatever task is entrusted to me at any place, I shall perform it in no time by your grace. O Shiva, by your grace, even the degraded people cross the ocean of the universe. Can I not cross the ocean of misfortunes? O Lord, even a blade of grass sent by you would accomplish enormous tasks without any difficulty in moment. There is no doubt about it. Though all the tasks, O Shiva, get established by your grace only, but you still send me with your grace. O Lord Shiva, I possess this strength by your grace. O Lord Shiva, I possess this strength by your grace only. None without your grace will have the same strength and enthusiasm. This is true, and there is no doubt about it that without your command and permission, no one would be able to move even the blade of grass. O Shiva, all the gods and others are under command. I am also subject to your command issued by you. You are the controller of all the living beings. O Shiva, I offer my salutation to you again and again. You kindly depute me today for the success of your task. O Shiva, my right limbs are throbbing repeatedly. Therefore, my victory is certain. Therefore, O Lord, you please send me. There is special types of delight and enthusiasm in my mind. My mind is devoted to your lotus like feet. Therefore, auspicious things are going to happen at every step. Indeed, he alone is victorious forever. He alone meets with welfare as well daily, who is firmly devoted to you and whose mind is immensely devoted to you. Brahma said, thus listening to the words of Virabhadra, Lord Shiva, the spouse of Sati, felt delighted and said, O Virabhadra, be victorious. You listen to me, whatever has to be done by you there, which would delight me. Presently, Daksha Prajapati, the son of Brahma, is getting ready to perform a yajna. He is my adversary, besides being a wicked, unwise, and conceited person. You reduce his yajna as well as those present there to ashes. Thereafter, O Virabhadra, the best of my Ganas, you return to me quickly. The gods, Gandharvas, Yakshas, and others, whosoever be present there, should be reduced to ashes. Even if Vishnu, Brahma, Indra, or Yama are present there, fell them to the ground, making all the strenuous efforts. Disobeying the command of the sage Dadhichi, whosoever is found in the yajna should be burned by you alone. In case Vishnu and other gods arrive with the pramathas, then reciting several types of the attractive mantras, burn them out. Whosoever be present there, disobeying my oath, feeling proud, would be inimical to me, and you should burn them with fire flames. The people present in the yajna of Daksha should be reduced to ashes with their riches and wives as well. Then you return to me. Though on your arrival Vishnu and other gods would praise you respectfully, but you should burn them all. All the gods inimical to me be burnt in fire flames. Have no worry at that time of any sort. O great warrior, you should burn Daksha with his wife and relatives and thereafter delightfully drink water. Brahma said, Shiva, the slayer of Kala, the protector of the Vedic conventions, after thus speaking to Virabhadra, the great hero stopped talking, with his eyes burning like the copper in anger. Iti Shri Shiva Purane Dvitiyayang Rudra Samhitayang Dvitiye Sati Khande Virabhadrati Shivopadesha Varnanang Nama Dvatrinshadhyayah. Chapter 33. The March of Virabhadra. Brahma said, thus listening to the words of Shiva respectfully, Virabhadra was pleased and he offered his salutation to the Lord. Accepting the command of Shiva, the god of gods, he marched towards the Yajna Mandapa of Daksha. For the purpose of his grace, Shiva made crores of his terrific gunners, who were terrific like the fire of the time of dissolution. Thereafter, the valorous gunners anxiously marched on in front of and behind Virabhadra. The gunners accompanying Virabhadra were the warriors of Shiva, who happened to be the death for the god of death. The terrific Virabhadra had the same dress as well as the features besides the establishments like Shiva, and he moved ahead in a chariot. He had 1,000 arms, each one of which resembled the hood of the serpent king. He looked horrible and terrifying. The chariot was 400 hands in length, and 10,000 lions were yoked in it. His guards included several lions, tigers, crocodiles, fishes, and the elephants in thousands. At the start of Virabhadra for the destruction of Daksha, the flowers of Kalpavriksha were showered at that time. Having his same having the same features and costumes as Shiva, the gunners of the great warrior offered prayers at the time of start, and they displayed their enthusiasm. The goddess like Kali, Katyayani, Ishani, Chamunda, Mundamardini, Bhadrakali, Bhadra, Twarita, Vaishnavi, Mahakali, Bhairava, and Kshetrapalas at the command of Shiva quickly marched on for the destruction of the yajna of Daksha. Besides the Dakinis, Shakinis, Pramathaganas, Guhyakas, Kushmandas, Parpatas, Chatakas, Brahmarakshas, Bhairavas, and Kshetrapalas, obeying the command of Shiva, started for the destruction of Daksha's sacrifice. Similarly, the 64 yoginis marched on for the destruction of the yajna of Daksha. O Narada, listen to the number of the ganas of Shiva of various groups. The Ganadhishwaras named Shankukarna and Kekaraksha had 10 crores of ganas each, while Vikrita was accompanied by 8 crore of ganas. Vishakha had 64 crores. Pariyatraka had 9 crores. Sarvankaka had 6 crores. Veera Vikritanana 6 crores. Jwalakesha, the best of the ganas, had 12 crores. Dhiman 7 crores. Dudrabha 8 crores. Kapalisha 5 crores. Sandaraka 6 crores. Kotikunta 1 crore. Vishtambha, the best of ganas, 8 crores. Sannada and Pippala with 1,000 crores each. Aveshana went with 8 crores, and Chandratapana with the same number. Mahavesha, the leader of ganas, was surrounded by 1,000 crores of ganas. O excellent sage, Kundi and Pavataka had 12 crores each. All of them, accompanied with their respective ganas, marched on for the destruction of the yajna of Daksha. Kala, Kalaka, and Mahakala, accompanied with 100 crores of ganas, each went to destroy the yajna of Daksha. Agnikarta had 100 crores, while Agnimukha with a crore. Aditya Murdha and Ghanavaha had 100 crores of gunners with them. Sannaha had 25 crores. Kumuda, Amogha, and Kokila, the lords of the gunners, had 100 crores with each one of them. Kashtaguda, Sukeshi, Vrishabha, and Ganadhipa Sumantra were accompanied with 64 crores of gunners each. Kokapadodara and Santanaka, foremost among the gunners, had 60 crore gunners each. The Ganadhipa, named Mahavala, was accompanied with 9 crores of gunners. Madhupinga and Purnabhadra, the lords of the gunners, marched with 90 crores of gunners each. Chaturvaktra had 100 crore gunners, while Kashtagodha, Sukesha, Vrishabha, Virupaksha, Talaketu, Panchasya, Panchasya, Sadasya were accompanied by 64 crores each. Samvartaka, Kulisha, Lokantaka, Diptatma, Daityantaka, Bringaniriti, Devadeya Priya, Ashani, and Bhalaka arrived with 64 crores of gunners each. The Virabhadra, the leader of the great warriors, at the command of Shiva, surrounded by crores of gunners, reached there. The hero was accompanied by thousands of crores of goblins and 3 crores of canine species born from the hair of Shiva. He went ahead quite quickly. Trumpets and drums were sounded aloud. The conches were blown in diverse ways, besides the horns of several kinds. In such a pleasing atmosphere, several of the musical instruments were played upon delightfully. While the march of Virabhadra was in progress, O great sage, several auspicious and pleasing omens occurred. Iti Shri Shiva Mahapurane द्वितीयायां रुद्र संहितायां द्वितीये सती खंडे वीरभद्र यात्रा वर्णनं नाम त्रयस्त्रिंशोऽध्यायः।